Have you ever done everything right, played by all the rules, worked hard, prayed faithfully, and still watched your life fall apart? You wait, you ask for a sign, you beg for a breakthrough, and all you hear is the sound of the storm. If you are standing in the middle of a crisis right now, exhausted and wondering where God is, this message is for you. We live in a world that tells us if we just work hard enough, everything will be fine. But what happens when the money runs out? What happens when the doctor calls with bad news? What happens when the person you trusted walks away? In those moments, the silence of God can feel like a punishment. We sit alone at the kitchen table, staring at a closed door, asking, why? We feel incredibly weak. We feel like failures. But what if that weakness is exactly where God's true power begins? 2,000 years ago, a group of experienced fishermen found themselves in the exact same place. They were crossing the Sea of Galilee when a massive, violent storm hit. These men knew the water. They had spent their entire lives on it. But their experience wasn't enough. The boat was filling with water. They were sinking. Panic took over. And where was Jesus? He was asleep in the bottom of the boat. They woke him up screaming, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Jesus stood up. He looked at the violent wind and the crashing waves and simply said, "Quiet, be still." And instantly, the sea turned to glass. Notice something crucial. God didn't stop the storm from happening. He allowed them to go through the terror so they could realize exactly who was in the boat with them. Your current struggle is not a punishment. It is preparation. When challenges rise around you, faith does not mean the water will always be calm. It means your boat will not sink. Your strength in this world will eventually run out. Your money, your network, your energy. But true strength, the kind that moves mountains, only begins the moment you admit you can't do it alone anymore. You do not need to be strong enough to survive this storm. You just need to trust the one who controls the wind. Stop looking at the waves and start looking at him. If this message brought you peace today, type Amen in the comments below. Share this video with someone who is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Keep praying, keep believing, keep moving forward, because God is still writing your story.